I was landing some good shots throughout the whole fight, and like I said, man, I thought I won the fight.
You're no longer that kid coming out of the Olympics. It's almost a decade that you've been a pro. What's going on outside of the ring? All the outside distractions, how do they affect you?
I mean, all the outside distractions is just bullshit, man. There's a lot of people that want to, you know, come into my life and, you know, take a part of, you know, take a part of my my exposure and my talent, and, you know, make some money off of me because they know that they can, and they just, you know, these guys are all greedy, donkeying motherfuckers, man, and it's bullshit. But at the end of the day, I just, you know, try to, you know, remain calm. Of course, I make mistakes in this world, man. I'm not human. I'm just like everybody else. I make mistakes. I never said I was perfect. I'm, you know, living life just like everybody else, and I'm gonna live and learn and, you know, adapt and just try to, you know, be a better person every single day and every single time I wake up, man. It's all about just trying to constantly improve. There's always going to be little mistakes, but it is what it is.
You on your social media kept saying that nobody's taking your belt, nobody's taking your belt, you're going to win, you're going to win. But Jojo, you gave it away yourself by not coming in on weight. How disappointed are you in yourself?
I'm not disappointed at all, man. At the end of the day, I know who I am. I work hard, man. I'm a hard worker. I'm a hard, disciplined type of fighter, and it just, you know, wasn't my night, man. I couldn't make the weight like I used to. There was no sauna here. This COVID stuff. They don't have no gym here. They only have a treadmill here. They had me working out inside my room with the fucking heater on. It was just, you know, completely different than how a professional, you know, world title type fight should be. And I just had to, you know, try to adapt to it. I worked out inside the room. I jump roped, but my body just felt weak, and you know, I just couldn't do it, and my health is more important. I still had to go out here and showcase to the world what I'm about and fight, and I'm not going to go and risk my life for trying to make the weight and, you know, really deplete myself and get hurt inside the ring. There's no need to fucking please anybody. At the end of the day, I'm doing this for myself, and I'm doing this for my family, to take care of my family and to take care of myself. And that's the person that I really need to look out for, is myself, nobody else.
Jojo Diaz, thanks for your time. Go away with no belt and a draw. Back to you, Todd.
One of the most powerful in the sport.
Any time of day, 7 days a week, twice on a Sunday, you big dosser. Come on.
And why isn't the world of boxing stopping him?
Someone has got to look out for the sport. They really need to look at this situation very carefully, because it's bloody dangerous.
British boxing appears to be booming. Two homegrown stars are set to fight it out to become the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world.
Anthony Joshua sells out arenas, which is hard to do in any sport, let alone boxing.
Former Olympic champion Anthony Joshua will take on Tyson Fury, the Gypsy King.
We're situated in a field in the middle of nowhere, as you can see. Gypsy style, you know, working it out for the heavyweight championship of the world.
Tyson Fury won his first world title in 2015. But within a year, he was out of boxing. Drink, drugs, and depression almost cost him his life.
I couldn't stop going to the pub. I couldn't stop eating rubbish. I couldn't stop all the things I was doing on my own. going back before this, I'd always struggled with depression and anxiety most of my life. I didn't think I was ever going to get right again. I thought I was totally finished.
In 2017, an overweight Tyson Fury went to train in Spain. The start of a remarkable comeback.
And we will stop right there. I'm working on a special little project. What's up? Here we are in 2021. What time is it? 9:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Monday, February the 15th, 2021. On T-Street Controversy with FV360.com. I'm happy to say that things are getting back on track. I wouldn't say back, yeah, things are getting back on track. That's the right way to say it. So in the next 45 minutes, we're going to talk a whole bunch of boxing. First, I'm trying to figure out where do we start. Do we start with Josh Warrington getting KO'd by a very crude... Okay, put it this way. He's strong and he's got will, he's got heart. But I don't look at Mauricio Lara as being a very skilled fighter. What the hell is HCP? What the hell is that? Some type of new designer drug, or is it some type of new STD or something? So, here, let me pull up some numbers over here for you. Let's go this way. We already had a chance to listen to Jojo Diaz. I'm exhausted. I've been up since 2 a.m., man. Let's see. Where do we start, though? I guess this is a good place to start. Jojo Diaz has slid up into the DMs here. Let me, Gervonta Tank Davis. And I think that some may be calling Jojo Diaz a bigot. Y'all think Jojo Diaz a bigot? No good bigot? Hispanics causing panic? Oh, that's what you're talking about? Here, Tank Davis. Yeah, we're going to read this shit. I don't want to see no Jojo Diaz versus no Tank Davis. You want to see that shit? I don't want to see that. I mean, you know, it's not that I wouldn't watch it or wouldn't cover it, but it's just not something that I'm like, yo, I can't wait to see that. That shit right there is going to be some fire. Where is it at? I know I retweeted it, but I don't feel like going down my retweets. By the way, follow me on Twitter at TStreet4Life. Here, let me zoom in for you guys. And how do you feel about the glitch sound? So yeah, follow me on Twitter. Here, I'll put my Twitter right down in the chat. And I'll put it at the top of the comments on the page. So, let's see. I know I had to retweet it. I retweeted it. We got to get to scrolling. I don't want to see that fight. Now, in regards to Jojo Diaz, who does he fight? By the way, if you don't know, I should have retweeted that too. Apparently, here we are. This is some news. According to Michael Kopinger and his sources, the IBF has ordered Shazvat Rakhimov and Kenichi Ogawa to fight for his vacant 130-pound title. So remember, Jojo Diaz was stripped on Friday, February the 12th of 2021 of his IBF 130-pound title. He weighed in at an astounding 133.6, almost 4 pounds over the limit. Lost about 150K, 50K from my understanding, according to Dan Rayfield, to Rakhimov, and 100K to the Athletic Commission. Now you have Rakhimov and Ogawa, who have been ordered to fight, and they have to have a deal by March the 17th. So Jojo Diaz and Tevin Farmer are out. So you think they should still fight? Tevin Farmer and Jojo Diaz? I mean, Jojo's got some shit he's got to prove, man. Because he kind of You know, if he would have lost to Rakhimov, his career would have been pretty much shit canned, right? A loss like that after missing weight, a draw was a win for him. And yes, I did have him winning the fight. 31-1-1 with 15 KOs, 28 years old. Close win over Tevin Farmer, covered that fight, but he clearly won that fight. Tevin Farmer just didn't have enough power to keep him off of him. Also, Tevin Farmer elusiveness just went away. Remember, he had fought Gary Russell Jr. over on Showtime. Unanimous decision. He was the WBC mandatory. Knocked out Andrew Cancio. He's back soon, right? Yeah, I don't want to see that fight either. So, hey, let's go back and listen to some of his post-fight interview from Jojo Diaz. Because he was saying he wasn't going to make excuses and then went on to make excuses. But I do understand, you know, where he's coming from, like where he got to the hotel. They just gave him a treadmill and a heater and it's just like lose the weight. But it's like, you know, still, other fighters are doing it. The other fighters in the card lost their weight. And this was your card, bro. Especially after the Kovalev fight. This was your card. So ain't nobody really trying to hear that shit.
Remain calm. Of course, I make mistakes in this world, man. My exposure still there. I went 12 full rounds. I was landing some good shots throughout the whole fight. And like I said, man, I thought I won the fight.
You're no longer that kid coming out of the Olympics. It's almost a decade that you've been a pro. What's going on outside of the ring? All the outside distractions, how do they affect you?
I mean, all the outside distractions is just bullshit, man. There's a lot of people that want to, you know, come into my life and, you know, take a part of, you know, take a part of my my exposure and my talent and, you know, make some money off of me because they know that they can, and they just, you know, these guys are all greedy, donkeying motherfuckers, man, and it's bullshit. But at the end of the day, I just, you know, try to, you know, remain calm. Of course, I make mistakes in this world, man. I'm not human. I'm just like everybody else. I make mistakes. I never said I was perfect. I'm, you know, living life just like everybody else, and I'm going to live and learn and, you know, adapt and just try to, you know, be a better person every single day and every single time I wake up, man. It's all about just trying to constantly improve. There's always going to be little mistakes, but it is what it is.
You on your social media kept saying that nobody's taking your belt, nobody's taking your belt, you're going to win, you're going to win. But Jojo, you gave it away yourself by not coming in on weight. How disappointed are you in yourself?
I'm not disappointed at all, man. At the end of the day, I know who I am. I work hard, man. I'm a hard worker.
So those quotes that have been floating around and those stories are from his post-fight interview. It's not no new shit he said. It was from what he said, you know, Saturday night. Okay, motherfucker. Somebody put that asshole on timeout. Motherfucker gonna tell me some, why you streaming at this time? I'm busy at this time and can't watch. Daytime is better. Who the hell he think he is? Any moderators here? Put his ass on timeout. Excuse me, sir. My bad. That I'm not able to motherfucking do my videos on your time. Travis, you scumbag. So really, I'm kind of, you know, I'm kind of, I don't really want to talk about Jojo Diaz. Kind of disappointing. And also, he's not going to 135. He's going to be staying at 130. This weekend, tomorrow, we're going to be doing our videos and starting our coverage for this weekend's fight, Miguel Berchelt versus Oscar Valdez. Not going to talk about it in this video. Going to wait till tomorrow. We're wrapping up this weekend's fights. Tank Davis has that 130 belt, ain't that 135 belt, but this 135 belt is that bullshit 100 and that world title. So I'm looking right now. Here, let's go to the rankings. My bad. I thought y'all could see it. Let's go to the rankings. So look what we have here, right? He's been stripped. These two are going to fight. Now, let me show you this real quick. Remember when, I got to go back and watch it, but did Farmer win the Ogawa fight? Or was Ogawa, like, was it a bad decision? Close fight, but bad decision. Let's see if this tells me something. Oh, wait. I miss HBO.
Protect yourself at all times, and what I say you must obey. Good luck to both of you. Touch them up.
Okay, so he did. This was a bad decision. Tevin Farmer should have won, but he won. And he ended up popping dirty, right? So this guy right here, Ogawa, is going to be fighting the guy that Jojo got a draw against. The IBF just ordered these two to fight. So that's what's up, I guess. And Tevin Farmer's down there, number 7. So what's Tevin Farmer going to do? Fight the winner, I guess? He's got to have a comeback fight. These guys are both under the same banner. Zelfa Barrett, who got a gift decision. Oh, my bad. I thought y'all can see the rankings. Hold on. This shit's got pretty intricate over here. I got all these screens. So, as you can see, Tevin Farmer's ranked number 7 by the IBF. And Zelfa Barrett, who got a gift over Kinko Martinez, they are both under Matchroom Boxing, or is Tevin Farmer still in the Matchroom? Wherever it is, I think that they should fight. And then the winner, well, we got to see what's going on with Martin Ward, and I don't even know who this man is. But these two are now, one of these guys between Rakhimov and Ogawa is going to be the number 1 contender. I mean, not the champion, since Jojo was vacated. Jamel Herring is going to be taking on Carl Frampton. When is this? This is in March, right? And then Shakur Stevenson is the mandatory. I expect him to rule the division. And, of course, as we talked about, you got Oscar Valdez and Miguel Berchelt, who's will be fighting on Top Rank on ESPN. In fact, since we're talking about that, let me go give you a small little preview of the fight. I'm looking forward to this joint. A part of me thinks it's going to be Valdez. But then people will tell you, well, if T Street picked one person, pick the other one. But yeah, I'm going to be doing a recap. I'm going to be doing a recap video on this tomorrow and part 2 before the press conference. Hold on. I'm showing it to you now. You can watch this on here. I'll put the link in the chat. You can watch this on the Top Rank YouTube page. I'm exhausted, but we're going to get there. So I'm going to do a recap video on this tomorrow. Like first thing in the morning. Like 2 o'clock in the morning, some shit.
Throughout the history of boxing, there are parts of the globe where the sport itself transcends its roots to galvanize not just a country, but a national identity, a unified sense of pride, exhibited through its greatest prize fighters. It has been said that no nation more embodies this concept than the land south of the border. A place where machismo and gloves go hand in hand, and where only the greatest earn the title of Mexican warrior. 2 words that encompass many styles, but only one relentless mentality. With 33 knockouts and a 37-1 record, few can stake claim to his country's fighting heritage more than El Alacran. the Scorpion.
It was punishment for 6 rounds.
As Miguel Berchelt, a 6-time junior lightweight champion, hunts for his 7th title defense.
Defended his WBC world title for the 6th time.
Yet his opponent owns 2 things even the reigning champion does not: an undefeated record and an Olympic pedigree.
Combination from the Mexican fighter and in.
As former WBO featherweight champion Oscar Valdez seeks to seize the Scorpion's title.
As they are going to trade to the bell, acting like fighters in a
However, here, it is about more than merely winning. Pride, hard work, and toughness rise above all else. As 2 of the greatest warriors of their generation vie for the mantle that matters most. This is Blood, Sweat, and Tears. Berchelt versus Valdez.
So I put the link in the chat. I'll put it in there one more time. I'm going to do a recap tomorrow, probably like 2 a.m. Eastern, my time. Probably like another 5-6 hours. I'm going to do a recap video on this. And part 2. I've been trying to do it all day, but been doing a bunch of running around. So I'm starting the coverage for that tomorrow. And also remember, it's the return of Adrian Broner this week. So it's also another busy week in boxing. So that's why we got to wrap this shit up here. So basically what we're talking about is how the 130-pound division. So for example, Jojo Diaz, as whoever pointed it out in the chat, is in the back of the line. You know, he should be punished for missing weight as much as he did. The fight was a draw. Now you have Rakhimov versus Awagawa, number 1 and number 3, who was ordered, according to the Athletic, to have a deal done by March the 17th. So already, Agawa or Rakhimov, one of them is going to be the new IBF champion. You have Jamil Herring versus Carl Frampton. Let me get the date for you right now to be exact. For the WBO title at 130. I never thought I'd see Carl Frampton at 130. That's taking place at the end of the month, the same day as Canelo versus Yildirim, February the 27th. Shakur Stevenson is the mandatory for that fight, for the winner of that fight. And of course, as you just seen, we got Miguel Berchelt versus Oscar Valdez this weekend. I wonder if Berchelt will move up if he wins, or will he stay in the division? You know, what's going on right there? I don't see Valdez moving up to 135, but I can see Berchelt. So I guess, and then Gervonta Tank Davis, we don't know what he's doing at 130 or 135. Remember, his belt at 135 is bullshit, because he's got that bullshit WBA World. That's a bullshit belt. So the question is, if you're looking at 130 as a whole, you can't really put any storylines together right now outside of the Herring versus Frampton to fight the winner of Berchelt versus Valdez. But then what's Shakur Stevenson going to do? You dig me? So right there, it's a little, you know, we got to see what happens this weekend. So 130 is pretty much up in the air. So now, what's the next topic? My man Josh Warrington. Let's go watch him get beat up, shall we? Poor fella. Poor fella. You know, I feel that was a fight that he lost. Like, trying to stay in the pocket and slug it out with this hungry-ass Mexican. Like, bro, what was you thinking? Like, that fight had knockout written all over it. Especially when, you know, the tone of Josh Warrington throughout fight week was very respectful. You know, he was talking about how his name is El Bronco. Like, what does that mean? You know, like, and then during COVID times, you know, dude wasn't coming out here to fuck around. And then he kept hitting me with the same left hook. And what I noticed in round 1, that left hook was moving him. Like, I was like, yo, fucking Josh Warrington's about to get knocked the fuck out. Like, for real, for real. Like, and he trading with him. And he trading with him. Like, bro, what were you thinking? But it's looking like he's going to use his rematch clause. I like him. I like him.
Okay, Nicky's doing laying hands up. He's doing it.
My bad. This is from the Matchroom YouTube page. Fight Night, Josh Warrington, Lara. So it's a recap of the whole card. They do this after every card for Matchroom. Like, they step in there. Shit's been lit. So I'm going to put this link in the chat, too. Here, let me finish watching this.
Got an answer for everything you've got. Yeah? Let's finish. We can't let you.
There's some high-quality content.
It's now time for the main event of the evening.
Like, why was he in the pocket with this dude? Hey, look how he was in phenomenal shape. You hear them shits? You hear them gloves, them thudding shots? Yo, Josh got his ass beat.
He's gone. Grab! Time up! Time up!
Look at Eddie.
Grab him, Josh! Grab him!
Eddie having a hard time. And this is his first fight with Matchroom. Yo, UK fighters been getting fucking boots put in their asses, yo. They been getting their asses beat. Eddie bitching.
Hold him, Josh! 1, 2, 3.
They were mad at him for doing this. Like, taunting. I think they thought he was look at Eddie. Now, this was scary when he did that. I was like, yo, bro, I hope this motherfucker's all right. But I guess this was just him realizing he just fucking pissed away everything, right? I guess. Like the way he just like exhaled, like, oh shit, I just got fucked up. It's over. No more Kanju. Look how he just fade away. Like, ah shit, fuck me. That's his dream becoming a nightmare. That's what that was. That's what that was. But yeah, quality content, man. He was up all night editing this shit. So yeah. Let's go look at the 126-pound division. You know now it's going to be Barry Galahad, Kid Galahad, Barry. Yo, okay, so correct me if I'm wrong. Which one, now this is for the hardcores, which one was in the car with Billy Joe Saunders when Billy Joe Saunders was trying to get the crack whore to do dirty deeds? And Barry, was it Barry in the back like was really like, he wasn't like, it was a joke, but he was kind of serious. Like, he was, what did he say? He said, you're going to have to deal with a little bit more than that. Like, he was like kind of insinuating kind of a little bit. Was that Barry Galahad? Who was that in the back with Billy Joe? You know what? I'm going to pull it up. I'm going to pull up the clip. No, y'all going to see this. Listen, I'm going somewhere with this. I'm telling you, you're going to be cracking the fuck up. You got to trust me. You got to trust me. You got to trust me. I'm going somewhere with this. Billy Joe Saunders is a crazy ass, yo. I'm going. Tell me if you remember this.
Before I give you this crack, right? If anything happens to you, you're not going to say, oh, please, that place.
No,
Please. Right, listen.
Listen.
Let me tell you one thing. Before I give you this crack, I'm going to give you it.
Yeah.
Are you going to tell anyone I'll give it to you?
Nobody. I'm not going to tell anybody.
Swear on your granddad's
Swear
grave.
on Granddad's grave.
And how much do you need this crack? Tell me the truth.
Quite a lot, yeah.
How much do you need it?
Quite a lot. I thought you was on top to start with. That's why I said that thing about boots, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, listen, I'm not on top of a crack here.
Yeah, I know
if you
that.
want it, I'll give it to you.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Let go to the other side of the door.
No.
It's closer.
Oh, shit, that's the other dealer. Right, I'm going to give you 150 quid's worth.
Come on.
Can you sing?
Hey,
Can you sing?
Not very well.
If I was to give you 150 quid's worth, would you toss him off at the side there now for it?
If you give it me first, yeah. That's how it works with things, isn't it? Yeah, that's how it works with
You want more than a toss though for 150 quid worth.
What?
You want more than that.
No, she ain't. What's your name?
Lindsay.
How old?
Yo, is that Barry in the back? So look, whoever this person's in the back, I guess they're not in on the joke. And they're like, no, fuck that. I don't want no hand job. I want more than that. Bro, ew. Who is that in the back? You degenerate. Ew. So remember, Billy Joe Saunders is joking. But whoever this degenerate, ew. Who is that? We got to identify this man. I forgot. I think that is Barry. Barry Galahad, the IBF #1 contender.
If I was to give you 150 quid's worth, would you toss him off at the side there now for it?
If you give it me first, yeah. That's how it works with things, isn't it? Yeah, that's how it works with
You want more than a toss though for 150 quid worth.
What?
You want more than that.
No, she ain't. What's your name?
Lindsay.
How old are you?
That's my real name. 37.
Lindsay,
What's
really?
your sex name, Lindsay?
My sex name.
Right, I'm going to give you 150 quid's worth.
Oh,
now.
policeman. That's a policeman. Oh, he's a policeman.
He's a paedophile. Punch him in the face and I'm going to give you 150 quid's worth. Punch him in the face. Go on, I'm going to give you it right now.
I'll
Punch
get
him, he's a
300.
paedophile. Go on, he's a paedophile. Punch
I
him.
heard you're a paedophile, mate. I heard you're a paedophile.
I'm not. Oh, he's not a paedophile.
Sorry, mate, I need to talk to somebody. Sorry, I heard you're a pedo. Sorry, sweetheart. Sorry, I heard you're a paedophile. Sorry, mate. I'm really sorry about that, mate.
Oh!
Drive off.
Y'all don't remember this? He got like suspended for this, didn't he? Y'all don't remember this? I thought my memory was shit. Yeah, so he basically he never had no crack. He made her hit that stranger and call him a pedophile, then pulled off. But it seems as though the person in the back wanted to do some dirty deeds. People are nasty, man. But anyway, all right, so going back to the 126-pound division, that's what we was talking about, right? Let me stay hooked track. That's what we was talking about. Nasty ass Barry. So anyway, Kid Galahad, let's pull up this motherfucking box rec. Let me pull up all this motherfucking box rec. So anyway, where you at, Barry? Here you go. So that's him. Is that him? Abdul Barry Awad? Barry Awad. That's his real name. Abdul Barry Awad. Barry. How you got two like Islamic names and then like Barry in the middle? It's crazy. But no disrespect. All right, so 27-1 with 16 KOs. Now I remember I covered the Josh Warrington fight. Very close fight. I thought it was one of those fights that, correct me if I'm wrong, didn't a lot of people have Barry winning, but it was like he didn't beat the champion, kind of like Ugas versus Sean Porter. He did wanted to tap that. He did. He seemed like he wanted it. But yeah, bro. I think he seemed like he wanted it, man. So he's going to be fighting Jazza Dickens for the vacant IBF 126-pound featherweight title. Jazza Dickens got his jaw broke by Guillermo Rigondeaux. Or as Max Kellerman tried to be extra, Rigondeaux. Fuck out of here. His name is Rigondeaux. When will they be fighting? We don't know. So basically, the IBF is just like, ew. Now Barry Galahad, or Abdul Barry Awad, that's what I'm calling him. That's what his mama named him. He's going to be fighting Jazza Dickens. I expect him to win. We don't know what Leo Santa Cruz is doing. So here is my theory. Now, Eddie Hearn has went on the record to say this, that he's been pressuring, not an exact quote, he's been pressuring the WBA to strip Leo Santa Cruz because he ain't been defending his 126-pound title. So he's been trying to get Kanju elevated to Super World Champion. So that's what I think they wanted to do. Originally, Warrington was supposed to defend against Lara, but it was supposed to be a title defense, but the IBF was like, nah, you got to fight Kid Galahad. So he went through with the Lara fight in hopes to defeat Lara, which he didn't, and to fight Kanju, hopefully for the Super World title. Plan just all went to shit. They've been throwing Gary Russell Jr. name out there, but Gary Russell's PBC. We know that shit wasn't going to happen unless Gary Russell somehow ends up with Matchroom or some shit. But Emilio Navarrete, we don't know what the fuck he going to be doing. Navarrete, we don't know what the fuck he going to be doing. He might end up with a mandatory against Joet Gonzalez. Jesse Magdaleno. Didn't he get sparked? No, that was Diego. Got sparked out. Viciously. Navarrete run outside of the two Dogbay fights, even though he was active, was ass shit. I ain't like it. So yeah, that's 126. What else is on the docket? Charlo versus Castano. Yeah, let me pull this shit up. Yo, you know what? Okay, here's my thing. I feel, let me log into the zone real quick. Something like fine. I don't know, man. I'm starting to wonder, man. I just want to show the punch stats. I'm starting to wonder. Charlo had a tough time against John Jackson. Who is this fucked up? Somebody fucked up. Who's that? Oh, that's some GGG shit. No, I don't want to see this. What is this? Get this off of my screen. Oh, Chisera. So I feel that Castano has a good chance to defeat Jermell Charlo off of activity. I think that Jermell Charlo is going to need to knock out Bron Castano. Bron Castano, he gave Lindy Lara hell. And of course you heard the stories, and I'm going to find the tape probably the next time I talk about this fight, if it's out there. Castano beating Errol Spence and Derevianchenko, but probably won't be able to find that tape. But it is the amateurs. It's the amateurs, all right? So, slowly but too much you can take from that. You dig? I'm looking for the punch stats. My bad. I'm bullshitting around. But yeah, I think the fight gonna happen, man. Like, why would it not? Castano was a PBC fighter. He's saying he wants Jermell Charlo. I feel it's going to happen. Why would it not happen? You think they're gonna pay-per-view it though? What the undercard gonna look like? And if it's gonna be Jamal against who? Now remember, don't be making no fantasy matchup bullshit. You gotta talk about fights that could possibly happen. But they're probably going to try to wait until they can get like max crowd possible. Teixeira made all the email champions look bad out there tonight. Castano threw 1,136 punches. I don't know, my bad. I don't know why it's taking me so long to fucking find this. And I got to stop cussing. I need to get like a cuss tip jar or some shit. Let's see, where those punch stats? Show me those punch stats. There we go. Look, got it. Remember when Jermell Charlo fought John Jackson? he was losing that fight until he got, you know, the knockout. I feel that Jermell Charlo should have got the win against Tony Harrison. But look what happened. He got the loss. Now, what happens when this guy starts throwing, when he throws 1,000 punches at you? Charlo is a pick 'em, you know, like pick his shots type of guy, you know? I don't know. I know people saying Charlo, but I don't know. I don't know. So yeah, it's pretty much all I have to say about that. Well, let's go look at the 154-pound division anyway to see what's up. What is Jared Swift Hurd doing? Last time I saw a picture of him, he was looking like he was like 200-something pounds. What is Erislandy Lara going to do? I would have loved to see Erislandy Lara versus Jermell Charlo. But how long? But you think that Jermell Charlo, if he wins and defeats Brian Castano, you think he's going to stay at 154, especially since Jermall Charlo is flirting with 168. Jermall Charlo at one point in time, not too long ago, right, was going to fight Canelo at 166 catchweight, right? I see Patrick Teixeira versus the winner of Tim Tszyu, Dennis Hogan. I'm not confident Tim Tszyu beats Dennis Hogan. Erickson Lubin, he's not the full WBC mandatory. He just was in an eliminator and possibly, right, will be ordered to fight Sergio Garcia in a final eliminator. I've covered Sergio Garcia's last 2 fights, which were on pay-per-view, by the way. Crazy. On Sergio Martinez undercards, even crazier. Ishmael Madrimov, I wasn't too high on him. I wasn't impressed with his last fight. I covered that fight, right? I was even on a Zoom call and everything with both of them. I asked him a question. I asked him what mandatory he was for. He's saying that he's the mandatory for Jermell Charlo. But I think it was his manager that was saying he's the mandatory for Lara. There's some confusion there. But remember, when you're a super champion, you don't have a mandatory. Unless the WBA orders it in their discretion. So that's the 154-pound division right there. Everything else, people on the outskirts. You know, like Tony Harrison lost his pop. You know, that's fucked up. I can't even imagine. Jason Rosario, well, he got punched in his stomach and, you know, we ain't seen him since. Maybe too much potassium. As I told you, Jared Hurd. By the way, I'm not high on Sebastian Fundora. You know, I'm not. And I'm sick and tired of every time I hear a different announcer talking about him and adding inches to him. They be like, oh, you know, the 6'5" Sebastian Fundora. Oh, the 6'8" Sebastian, the 6'11", 154-pound Sebastian Fundora. It's like, bro, get y'all fucking shit together, man. Stop cussing. Stop cussing. But it is late. So I think something's telling me that whoever Devin Haney fights next, whether it's going to be Jorge Linares, which I don't want to see, or Javier Fortuna, which I do want to see, I think that Richard Commey's probably going to be in the pipeline too. For some reason, I'm seeing Devin Haney versus Richard Commey. But how long is Devin Haney going to stay at 135 pounds? He's getting fucked. But with the way things are at Top Rank, and the fact that they control the 140-pound division to an extent too, he can go to 135 pounds and still get fucked. Bob Bram did say you signed with the wrong promoter. Remember that shit? Why would you be wanting to imagine Sebastian Fundora, 154-pound prospect fringe contender, at a parlor? You motherfuckers are nasty. Rosario needs to move up. He depleting himself, cutting weight. You think that's what it was? Like, he got punched, had a fucking spasm. He looked like he was about to throw up on himself. Like, you ever see, like, somebody, like, drunk at, like, a party? You got to save them from drowning on their own vomit. Like, they go, like, ugh. And it's like, ew. That shit was, like, I was disturbed. I was looking like, what the hell happened to him? You know? He was messed up. And then Derek James was like, damn, he having spasms down there. He just was looking at him. Like, what the hell's going on down there? You know? I can't believe that I made it this late. Wow. My sleep habits is fucked. My sleep schedule is fucked. So I'm trying to flip it around. I'm trying to basically be a night owl again and sleep during the day. I'm trying to be a night owl again. Go to bed like 10 a.m. Some shit like that. From like 10 to like 3. Some shit like that. Hold on. What was we doing? Oh, Richard Commey versus Devin Haney. Here, let's listen in. Please subscribe. T-Street Controversy with FV360.com. Yo, Jackson Marinez. Yo, he got a boot put in his ass too this weekend. That was a big boot.
Oh, right hand comes in. A 1-2 and a little TNT from the former champ. Watch out. Here comes RC. Big right hand.
Jesus.
My, oh my. That was brutal.
Oh my God.
Fight is over. Richard Commey is back.
Here we see it again.
Oh no.
Fight over.
Man, that looks like a really bad time, right? That's a bad night right there. That's a really bad night. Look, and he just, man.
It's a guy like Richard Commey.
Ooh.
You know, and you see
The
the
whiplash.
power in the hands as well. And, you know, that does two things to a
Oh,
fighter,
sweet dance moves. Watch
you know,
this.
With Marinez style.
Dun, 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 dun,
Gonna
dun,
keep him
dun,
still
dun,
once he
dun,
gets hit
dun,
one.
dun, dun, dun,
He
dun.
slowly started withering away.
But yeah, he's Richard Commey back. I mean, he did get like flash sparked out in one round. But he's always been a problem. You know, when he don't get his ass knocked down. You know? And let me pull up Richard Commey. Pull up his resume. The thing is, I don't drink coffee. Coffee just makes me go to the bathroom. I can't do coffee. I never could. And plus, you know, it make your teeth yellow. At least I think it does. I don't know. I can't do coffee, man. I love my choppers. Yeah, he pretty much retired Ray Beltran. Let me go full screen. Running on fumes on this motherfucker. Damn, remember him? The Robert Easter. That was PBC on Spike. I could have went to that fight and I didn't go. I remember that joint. That was war. Commey versus Robert Easter. That was war. But yeah, if he don't get his ass knocked out or outboxed, you know, he's very dangerous. And if him and Devin Haney do fight, remember, Commey is a Lou DiBella fighter. The Bella fighters fight on ESPN and on basically all three. Him and his relationship with PBC has been a little since they split with Wilder, but his fighters fight on the Zone and on ESPN. So something tells me, man, like Richard Commey, let's go see if he's ranked by the WBC. Like something's, I smell Richard Commey versus Devin Haney. I smell it for some reason. Y'all don't smell it? I smell it. Damn, we done run out of time on the show. Well, at least I got to talk about everything that I wanted to talk about in the description. We done ran out of time, ladies and gentlemen. I'm exhausted. I'm about to go lay on the couch. Be back tomorrow. I haven't even looked at the fight week schedules. I got to check my emails, man. I haven't even looked. First, before we go, we don't even have time. I need to look at the boxing schedule because we do know we have the Showtime card with Broner versus Santiago, Wallin versus Brazil, and Robert Easter versus Ryan Martin. Then we have the Berchelt versus Valdez card. And then there's another card, isn't it? I forgot. Oh, the Matchroom card, David Evernessian versus Josh Kelly. So I'm going to get up out of here on T-Street Controversy with FightView360.com. I'm tired. I'm going to crash on the couch. And I got to fix this up. It's still messed up. It's still blank. But we're getting there. I'm T Street Controversy. We're at FV360.com. Please subscribe.